Hey everybody, I'm back again with another video. And in this video, we're talking about Intertwined episode 15. It came out a couple of days ago. I finally finished up 2 days ago. It took me a while, and I started to remember why I did not like restarting Intertwined. It's too much variables, it's too many things you have to do. It's a lot. But, at first I didn't mind it because the first part of the game was remade. Certain scenes were changed, and I like the scene changes. It looks nice. I like the little film they put over the game now. It looks pretty cool. It looks cool. I like the opening animation before you start the game. I like the changes that they made. I'm not gonna lie. So there's not really much I'm complaining about. The only thing I'm complaining about is I'll talk about that later. I'm gonna just talk about that later. It made me a little surprised and a little bit like, what the hell? But other than that, everything was good. So I'm gonna give the episode a 7 out of 10. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Yep, 7 out of 10. After that, is pretty good. I hope the next episode. I'm feeling that it's gonna be drama filled. I'm tired of Ethan. I ain't gonna lie, he's getting on my damn nerves. I'm glad that they're trying to finish up this storyline because I didn't realize it's been going on for a long time, and I mean a long time. It's crazy. So yeah, I understand why the dev is trying to finish up this storyline, because who knows how long it would have kept going on, and he's the main antagonist right now. So it's crazy. But other than that, I'm gonna get into the episode. Okay, so I have favorite paths. I do. There's people that are favorable to me than others, and I might be surprised because there's people have different tastes. People like different characters. So I'm gonna put this kind of like Patreon. The dev basically put out a Patreon post, basically letting people vote on who's the favorite within the games. Like, I'm gonna put up on the screen so you guys can know which ones are my favorite. So I'm gonna start with Layla. Now, I'm gonna start with Layla and Elena because I don't do Layla without Elena. I'm sorry. Both of them are package deal for me. Package deal. They come together. They stay together. So when I played the episode, I obviously had to start over from the beginning. When I started over from the beginning, there were certain scenes with Layla and Elena that were different. More so the behavior of Elena more than anything. There were some scenes that were different with the beach scenes and stuff. So it made me like happy because I'm like, wait a minute, like, are we gonna finally get like a trope or relationship? Like, I'm telling you, the dev can do something great with that, because you got to think about tropos in these games. They're not that good. They're not healthy enough. Being a dick, Maya and Josie, they started off cheating. They lied. Both of them liked the MC more than each other at one point. So it made me like this made it like they're positive. Layla's okay with Elena kissing the MC. She's okay with them doing, like, she kisses Elena herself. They kiss each other. So it makes sense why it would just be, and they show each other being affectionate more than others. So I gotta give it to the dev. Like, I literally said before I started playing, please, dev, you could do something great here. You could do something great. I see that Eleanor, she's getting some popularity. I like it. I feel like the scene changes and made her a little less cold than she was before. She didn't know the MC. She kind of like, she kept thinking about the guy that claimed that he was dating Layla, so she was a little bit, but now it shows that if you show her like more attention and you actually like want to hang out with her and stuff like that, she's not cold to you. It actually shows that she likes you, which she admits at the beach when you're there with just her and the MC. So I was like, man, I just can't wait for the next episode. But Layla, she's number one. She's number one to me. She's been number one since I started the game. And I'm glad that she has not changed. She's the most positive character I could think of in the game. So with her, the biggest thing with her was the basketball scene, like going and playing basketball and at the barbecue with all the family and the mom. Man, I love Alexis and Layla's mom, man. I don't know if the dev is trying to do something with her. I don't know if she's trying to like, because if you're on Alexis path, if you kiss the mom, she kisses you, calls you honey. She's very affectionate, which I like. And I don't know, man. It's just I wouldn't want that to happen, but I wouldn't mind if it did, and at the same time. But yeah, Layla was cool. She's really good at basketball. The scene was just good. I wasn't like, damn, man, this scene is long as hell. Like, it's boring. Like, no, I like the basketball scene. I like the barbecue, the party, and all that stuff. It was great. And then when they get to school, and you have obviously you have a very, a more positive relationship with Elena, and you've done all the scenes that you can with her, you get like a 3-way kiss. Elena kisses you. Layla, she opens her mouth a little bit, but it was like she just didn't care. Because like Elena apologized to Layla, but at the same time, she was like, it's fine. Like, we done did way more than all that. And the MC 3-way kisses both of them. And I literally got up and said, oh my gosh, it's finally happening. I've wanted that to happen for years now. A lot of people that like Elena was like, okay, do you have to break up with Layla to be with Elena? I'm not doing that, period. Like, I went through all that to try to at least see if there was something else that we can do with Elena, but it never happened. So then people was like, back in the day, it was like, oh, if you break up with Layla, then you might have a chance with Elena in the future. But I'm like, that's her best friend. I understand. Yes, some people betray their best friends over a man. So, I was like, okay, is it going to go like that? Like, yeah, you did a lot with him. Yeah, you didn't give him your first time, but you still did a lot with him. But I like him, so now I'm going to be with him. I don't think so. And even if that was the case, I don't like that. So if I can't be with them all together, then I don't want it. I don't want a path with her. She might as well hang that up. I'm done. But yes, that shocked me, and I liked it. I can't wait for more. I can't wait to go back over at Elena's house with her to play with the boys, but also be there for her. I feel like this is going to be interesting. As long as they're honest about each other, and they're honest and they do, I feel like it could be amazing. But yeah, Layla's path, she's an all-star. I loved her path. I had a great time. She's a cutie. And now we're going to move on to Alexis' path. All right, on to Alexis' path. Now, as you know, Alexis' path, it started off so good. She was the dream girl, and then all of a sudden everything came crashing down when we find out that Alexis, Aaron, and Ethan knew each other since childhood. Obviously, the MC knew Aaron and Alexis, but he didn't remember that was Alexis, or maybe he just didn't know her name. I don't know. But when he tries to give Aaron the flower, and it was a miscommunication, it shows that Alexis goes over there to him and says, oh, I would love to get flowers. I never got flowers. And he ends up kissing her, and he takes her first kiss. So as they're on the plane, she remembers that was him. Like, she doesn't tell him that, but she remembered. So yeah, I remember back in the day that Alexis, she was number one. There was some Aaron, supporters, but it was like more people were annoyed by Aaron for two things. Well, I'm not even gonna get it. This isn't about Aaron right now. But Alexis, like, I like her. She obviously loves the MC. She's obviously liked them for a long time. Obviously, she wants it to go far. She shows jealous tendencies. She doesn't want the MC to sleep around and cheat on her and stuff like that, which is realistic. And other than that, nothing was really different. The only thing is, when we go to the barbecue, she's obviously happy to see us. She plays ball instead of Layla. But there's another thing. If Layla still likes you, and you tell her that you're dating her sister, because it's really hard to make Layla not like you. It's really hard. I don't like making choices to make characters not like me, so I just do what I do. So if you show up to the barbecue, Layla obviously wants to play, and Alexis is like, no, you're not playing. I'm playing. So you play with her. She's good-ish with the basketball, but not as good as Layla is. So, you do that, whatever. And then after you're done, you can play with Layla. And everybody sees that, they're having fun or whatever. So I'm like, man. So it seems like a kid-sister type relationship, but she likes you. So it's kind of like, it's understandable. So, yeah, that was pretty much it. Other than you could show up to her college and sit in her class and like help her with her work and stuff, and then after that and go out and stuff like that. So Alexis' path is basically on the nose. Everything's pretty much still going forward. They said the I love yous, they love each other, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's basically Alexis' path. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, but that's it. We're going to move on to, what? I'm gonna do Aaron, and then I'm gonna do Valerie, because I ain't gonna lie, I like Valerie's path this episode. I liked it. So I'm gonna go to Aaron, and then I'm gonna go to Valerie. Let's go. All right, now to my least liked path of this game. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I know I'm not the only person, but I just feel like I'm like in the majority that don't like Erin like that. Now, she's a beautiful girl. She's cute. She obviously cares about the MC, but it's more so about her path in the way that other characters are farther along with the relationship than Erin. It's like, okay, we like each other, but it's like you're still calling us friends to other people, and we're the only one that we're giving you our attention. So I was very confused by that. So, but another thing, I'm gonna go ahead and get this out the way. When you start the episode, now I know a lot of people back in the day complained about Melissa's wet dreams and stuff. So as I started the episode, I'm like, click, 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 click. Not really paying attention. I was paying attention, but not much, because I'm like, this is a dream again, not a dream again. But when MC got it to the, like, I was like, okay, I don't know what I was thinking, but when it got to the MC being back in the bed and he was talking about Melissa and stuff, I was like, wait a minute. Did he just really sleep together? So I started the episode over again, and I was like, what the hell? And he does not care. Even if you're dating someone else, he never brings up the girlfriend. He never brings up like the repercussions of him even doing that. He dead ass slept with Melissa when he's in a relationship with other people already. So it's very confusing. And then they're talking about, they're going to talk about it later on. It's just like, okay, yes. It's like, I don't know. It's just like, I wish we had a choice. I even told somebody else about this, and it was like, yeah, it sounds like it would have been better if we had a choice of sleeping with her or not, because we don't. And I don't like that. I really don't like that. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I skipped Erin's path in the beginning, so I don't know if you are on her path if you sleep with Melissa. I'm pretty sure you do, regardless of what path you're in. I'm pretty sure you sleep with her regardless. Maybe you don't if you don't like get points with her. Maybe you don't sleep with her then. But of course, I'm gonna get points with her. I've been doing it. You know, she's been having wet dreams, but still, I feel like you should still have a choice, just like you have a choice with everybody else. Why do you not have a choice with Melissa? That was weird. I know a lot of people was wanting it to not be wet dreams anymore, but honestly, I was in the part of, okay, if she wants to have wet dreams, she can have wet dreams, but I don't want to actually sleep with her when I want to be faithful. If I want to be faithful to some of the girls, which I am, I don't want to have that on my name. What is he going to do? Bring it up later, be like, hey, yeah, I slept with, my best friend's mom, and I'm sorry that I did that, but I didn't mind doing it. I want to do it again, honestly. He literally said that. He said, I can't wait. I can't wait to do it again. I was like, what the heck? But I moved on. It made me sit with myself for a minute, and I had to just kind of ignore it. That didn't even happen. I just was like, whatever, just move on. And I did. Now, I'm going to explain why Erin is not my favorite. Now, like I was saying, it's just like when I talk about everybody else, it just seemed like it was hard to even get in with her. It's like, I don't understand. Yes, the whole Ethan stuff, but still, she does not act like some of the other girls when they were best friends. It doesn't make any sense. Like, they're best friends. They're affectionate. They're doing stuff that people would be like, just date already, but they're still friends, quote unquote. So I don't know. It's just weird, but we do some of the similar things with Erin. Some scenes are just, I don't know. I just feel like her path fell short between everybody else. There was not really much that we were doing besides, obviously some of the stuff that was the most was like us showering together and all that other stuff, and yeah, we go to the beach again, but it's like I'm remembering it already happening, so every time I think about her path, I blank out. It's like I don't remember what we do with her, and I feel that's just because I'm just not interested in it. I did it because I wanted to see, just in case I wanted to talk about it, and if I saw some stuff that I liked, but other than that, it just was just like, I don't know. It's like some of the girls like surprised me. Valerie's somebody that surprised me. Even I forgot the movie star. I forgot her name. Mrs. Vigera or something. I don't know. I can't look. I don't have a piece of paper in front of me right now. But even her is better. What the heck? We just met her. And she's already miles above Erin, in my opinion. I hope she's a romance. I really do. I hope we can romance her. For real. I really do. Because I like her. I really do. I like her. So other than that, I'm sorry guys. I really can't really say much about Erin because it's just like she gets my nerves. But I'm gonna move on to Valerie, another one of my favorite paths during this episode. Layla, Elena, Valerie, Alexis, Erin, Oh yeah, I forgot about Nikki. Oh yeah, I forgot about Nikki. Yeah, I could talk about Nikki too, but that was basically all the past that I did. So Valerie. So I like Valerie. Now she is being wrote as being realistic. There's other guys around her. There's other guys that like her, touching her, all that other stuff. So everybody was like, okay, why is she being written differently than the other girls? She's actually shown like, okay, if you don't go for her or whatever, she's gonna talk to other people. She's gonna do this. She's gonna do that. I don't know, because I don't know the lore of the dev, but I don't know if the dev put herself in the game or she wrote herself in her image. I don't know what she did, but you could tell that she put extra care in Valerie. And I'm pretty sure she's always happy when Valerie wins the votes. I'm pretty sure she is over Alexis and Aaron. Yeah, she did a pretty good job. Valerie's cute. She's hot as fuck. Come on, look at the material for it, you know what I mean? And this solidified it for me, because I did not really like Valerie in the last couple of episodes. I didn't. I was like, okay, she's cute or whatever, but I don't really get the hype. But during this episode, you could really tell that she likes the MC. Like, she doing things. We actually did things with her. We went to the emo party. We're actually like quote unquote dating. She even tells people we're dating. That's new. She tells us about the thing with Ethan. We got that out of her. She didn't want to be with us because she said that like she didn't want him to get hurt. And I didn't know. I wanted the dev to tell us what he did to her or what he said to her. You know, I started thinking it was like a weird situation, like is she gonna betray us or something? But no, she didn't. She basically got threatened, and she basically told us like, yeah, you might as well just let me go. I'm about to leave. And then you could call her back and be like, no, you need to tell me what's going on. And she tells you, and it's just like you could feel like the connection, the relationship. So I can understand why she's top spot right now. Like for real, like top spot. We go home, we do the project together. We don't meet the mom yet, but another thing, I did not know that if you take the picture at the beach with Valerie, her mom is pissed. She does not like that shit. She does not like you. Like it's gonna take her a minute to not to forget that even happened. And I was like, holy crap. So I went back and I changed it to not take the picture. So after if you don't take the picture, the mom is willing to meet you and she likes you. So that's great. I like that. Obviously when X came out the room, I thought that, I'm like, that can't be her mom, because the girl that we saw before did not look like her. So I said, okay, did they change up the model or something? But it's not her. It's the movie star. She is at the restaurant with Gabby. Well, your mom's restaurant with Gabby. And apparently they're fam related. Her and Valerie are related. You can kind of see the resemblance, so I'm not really surprised. But it's like, I really liked Valerie's path. I mean, there's really nothing I can say. I liked it. I can't wait for... Oh yeah, and another thing, when you leave, apparently, or if you're dating her, if you're dating her, she pulls out the scrapbook, and you can look at old pictures of her, but you don't see the picture of them together. Supposedly that they knew each other, they used to play date together when they were kids. Her little boyfriend, quote unquote. That's you. And I wish we would have seen the picture. I hope we see the picture later on. But apparently you knew her from childhood. And I was like, oh, what the hell? I was like, that's interesting. So he's like, that's me. And he's like, nah, that's not you. He's like, that is me. And if you're not dating her, X pulls out the book and she says, I know him. That's him. And she's like, nah, that's not him. And she's like, that is him. And she's like, does he know? Nah, he don't know. No, he would have said something. He would have known. So yeah, man, it's a lot. I loved Valerie's path. I loved Elena's path. I loved Layla's path. I even love Nikki's. So we're gonna get into Nikki's path right now. Nikki's path was a little bit short. Obviously, it's supposed to be, because she's not like staying here yet. She's thinking about going to the College of MSU with the MC. Whenever he graduates, he plans on going there too. I'm pretty sure half the characters are going to go there. I don't know if we're going to be playing the game still when he goes to college, but I don't know, because I don't know how long this game is going to be going on. The dev has not said, hey, we're only going to do 5 more episodes. So I guess they're just going to keep going until they conclude the story. But I don't know, when the Ethan story is done, who's next? I don't know, but I hope the game doesn't end yet until we get like a lot more progression with some of the girls, because I feel like, yeah, we gotten a lot, but I want it to be like solidified. And I hope at the end of the game we get like a montage of whoever you're with, if the MC's single, if he's messing around, if he's with some of the main girls. I want to see marriage, kids. I want all that. I love when games do montages at the end. I love them. It makes me feel like my choices were not in vain, and the game doesn't just end. There were some games that do. Becoming a Rockstar was one of them. I like that regardless of who you're with, like the scene is the same, setting up the ending, but the endings are different. So I like that. Yeah, I like ending montages, and I hope you get an ending montage in this game. I really do. Now Nikki, she becomes an assistant coach for the day for your gym class. If you're dating her, you gotta realize, you gotta see Daryl putting his hands all on her. It was really, it was really getting to me. It was really making me mad. I was like, God, jeez. Like, he's not saying anything because he doesn't want to blow up the spot. But you can confront Daryl, but I just choose not to because I'm mature. I'm like, you know what, whatever. He doesn't have her. We do. It doesn't matter. You know, she shows us love and stuff like that after the fact. And yeah, you know, Nikki, she's good. She's mature. She knows what she wants. And honestly, I thought she was pregnant. Like, I really did. Like, when she was throwing up, and then when the MC said that he dreamed she was pregnant, I was like, yes, like, we're gonna get a pregnancy. But no, we're not gonna get a pregnancy. Probably, maybe later on in life. Maybe in a montage we might get a Nikki being pregnant. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The only paths I did not do is Gabby's and Kara. I just didn't really see the point. I feel like I've hit some of the big paths that I felt were good, but that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and Victoria, I'm not doing her. I told people I'm not doing her ass. But yeah, I can't wait for the Ethan storyline to end. And the ending with the garage was very messed up. It really was. I did not like that he potentially shot Iris, or potentially shot Iris. Who knows? You don't know, because it pans away from the scene, so you can't see what actually happened. And obviously it's a cliffhanger, so we'll find out what happens in the next episode. And I can't wait for it. I can't wait. I feel like things are really starting to shape up. Things are really starting to change. But honestly, I got more questions than answers. You know, I got more questions about what we're going to be doing after this whole Ethan things wraps up. Is there going to be another antagonist, or are we going to be graduating? Like, we're going to still be in school? What's going on? And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Those are questions that you need to wonder. You know, you don't want to be like, okay, well, this is trash. Like, I don't really care. You know, at least the dev is trying to get out of this like situation, like continuing to keep having Ethan be like something like a thorn on our side is very annoying. He's messing with everyone in our lives, and it's really annoying. It really is. But like I said, I like the episode. If you guys like the episode, let me know down below. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. And yeah, and I will be putting a bounty. Anyone that got to this part of the video, I will be putting a bounty, 30 likes. If you guys want another Intertwined video, a review, let's get this video to 30 likes, and it will be a guaranteed video in the future. But that's it, guys. That's the end of the video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.